Don't want to jinx it, but we're actually kind of making quick work of disassembly. These are pretty easy to work on. And I haven't needed an impact yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to have one by the end of this project. Yep, there you go. We're going to pop this guy off. Side fender, or I'm sorry, quarter panel, because it's making horrible noises here. And I want to be able to use the door and stuff, so I might as well take it off now. I'm just going to pull out all these bolts, probably pull out this plate here for the intake, and probably the coolant reservoir as well, since that thing is just shattered anyway, and we won't be running this until everything is mechanically sound. Visually everything is going to be like pretty ugly, but once we fix that, the coolant, the trans cooler, and then do a fluid change, and then obviously put the full-size spare back on, we'll be good to go. All right, got to have all the bolts out, with the exception of the hood. I kind of forgot that I had to pull the hood first, so I'm waiting on a second set of hands to show up, aka Johnny Boy. I loosened them all up, so it's ready to go, and then this is all good. I re-secured one here, just so we can get the hood out easier. But yeah, you just pull a couple bolts and then two in the door, and then we can be done making this horrible metal on metal noise, and we should be able to salvage that door. I might try to hammer it out, and then over the summer when I repaint, I'll repaint that. So yeah, almost not done with disassembly, but pretty close, honestly. She's off. The hood is just sort of sat back on. Obviously the hinges are not removed, so there you go. And then probably I gotta make a trip to a salvage yard, grab some stuff, quarter panel, any front clip stuff. Alrighty, quick update. It's been really cold, so I haven't been able to work as much as I wanted to. Pulled the quarter panel off, fender liner, splash guard, hood, pretty much all the front clip, and now it's crazy exposed. I went to a part picker yard, got a new surge tank, ordered a new intake, and I'm about to order a new water pump, thermostat, coil, spark plugs, and spark wires. And then I got a new trans cooler that's going to go there. And I have this off right now, which is just the trans cooler support brace. And I need to do a couple things and bump this out. And I've decided to try to use this core, this radiator support, for the time being, until it proves to be unusable, because this actually looks fine. So that makes me think every mounting point is fine. I just won't be able to use one screw unless I pull that out, which I might. We'll see. But yeah, just waiting on, I need to get a good price on a hood and a quarter panel, which are proving to be harder than I thought. And then we'll do a custom bumper, maybe a custom front grille. Who knows? We'll see. Here we go. No snow on the ground. No ice on the truck. We're ready to go. Airbag is in. Both airbags. Check it out. All of our parts are in, and we are ready to refresh the Silverado. We've got, in no particular order, parts and more parts. Picked those up from the scrap yard. Got lucky. It was the only cat eye that I could find. Little dented, whatever, no big deal. Gives me practice for paint and maybe a little body work. Got that grill for like $10, which is huge, but it's broken. But I've got this piece, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and put that in. It's just plastic. We'll see. and this piece. So I can throw the brackets back on. You know, no one will notice a difference, in theory, because I'm going to be painting the whole thing. So that's that. We got everything apart. We got the double intake. Okay, we got the actual intake with an upgraded filter. We got a transmission cooler upgrade, water pump, thermostat, new tensioning and belt, spark plugs, wires, PCV valve. I think that's it. Maybe some other stuff that I'm forgetting, but that's pretty much the main stuff. We're gonna button that up, throw some coolant in, maybe throw some new oil in, but the oil change before this dude crashed, he put like 30 miles on it and then crashed it, which is pretty sick. I'll still do one, but it might not be the first thing I do. That radiator support is pushed in about 2 inches. And we got some frame bending here. So I got a monkey on a stick friction jack that I got coming in. So I'm gonna bend a few things in and, you know, get things tidy. And then that'll also allow me to push this out to put on the quarter. I mean, we're pretty much ready to go. Just gotta do it all. All right, let's get started. First thing we need to do is pull off the clutch fan. And I'm gonna do that just with a crescent and a dead blow, and hopefully it goes. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and take this, tension up the belt as much as I can, and then smack it. Let's see. Let's see if I break it. Alright, so now that we got this clutch fan off, we can pull the lower shroud out just to have some more room for the water pipe, or the water pump, because why not? And then we're gonna go ahead and detension this, pull the belt. We might need to pull that tray too underneath, but let's get to it. Alright. Belts are the same length. Honestly, this belt wasn't in horrible condition, but you can see it's like sort of starting to crack, so, you know, we might as well. We're throwing a new water pump, new thermostat, new tensioner. You might as well. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna go in there and try to drain the existing stuff. I'm not really sure where that's gonna drain into. Maybe just the oil drain pan. I don't know. Look at this. Gotta figure out somewhere I can get rid of this now. Probably wasn't the smartest thing. But whatever. Gotta find some channel lock so I can get these two off. Well, probably these are seized too, I would bet. Alright, so scientific term. I spilled. Pretty good. It got everywhere, but that should be that. Now I just need to lick it up, Zamboni style, and we should be good to go to the next step, which is pulling the water pump. Clean up a little bit though. Give me a sec. You guys want to see me make a mess? Nice. Really nice. Uh-oh. It's off. I'm gonna pull those diff covers and all the under trays just to drain all this shit. because it's kind of a mess. Yeah. The UPS man just dropped off something for us, and I think I know what it is. It's called a monkey on a stick jack, or a friction jack, and I'll show you what it's for. Let's get it unboxed. Always cut towards yourself. Yes, sir. Look at this. Oh, it's covered. Check this out. I've got a push, pull, hook, and then it's got a jack, a friction jack in the center. Actually, not block the camera as much. And what that allows me to do, and I'm sure this allows me to switch directions as well, it allows me to secure myself on the frame somewhere, and then either push or pull any bends out, you know, if I'm based on the floor or based on a stronger part of the frame. So I can bend small things. I can pull out radiator supports with slight creases. I can pull out a slight bend I have in the frame, which originally I was going to ignore. It was part of my dentist system, neglect frame damage, if you recall. But we're going to do a little bit. So that's that. Man, I'm excited. And then we might actually get around to this today, doing some body work and getting the panels on. We might do everything today. That'd be sick. All right. Okay. Before we do any body bending, since we got the monkey on a stick, I pulled out the bottom trays. They're over there, just so I can, get all that coolant out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and Scotch-Brite these surfaces and prep the new cooling system. All right, quick update. If you want to go around this side, actually. We're doing torquing. We're doing 2 passes, 11 foot-pounds here, center, bottom, top, bottom, and then again at 22 foot-pounds. And I forgot where I was, so. And then, there we go. And then we're going to put all the tube skis back in. That's the update there, I think.
Tube skis?
Yeah.
Is that technical?
Medical.
This didn't happen.
No,
and
come
you're
on.
being so convincing
Don't do that.
that I won.
If I want to use the audio, it shouldn't be a travesty. Boom, boom. We got the lower and the upper, which I think they actually made easy for us by making the right sizes. They only go on a specific one. Highly recommend, dude. Like the fact that this is out, I can literally be inside is.
Oh, it's just that you can
So
get
sick.
in there without having to
I can get in there, dog.
Can you get in there real quick?
Get in there, dog. I'm gonna check these real quick. I don't know if I really tightened
Just tell me when.
the thermostat. I feel like I'll look down. I'll do that. What else needs to go? Right, so here's the tensioner that we got. The belt looked correct lengthwise. This tensioner obviously is not. So we're gonna use the old tensioner from the original. The bearing still looks fine. It doesn't wobble, so we'll see. Maybe we replace that later. It's easy enough. So that'll go on, 3 bolts, and then we are done. We'll throw the belt back on and call her a day with that, not everything else. Lower radiator, or I'm sorry, lower radiator shroud is in, fan shroud. I haven't put the fan in just because if I'm moving this thing around, I don't want to hit it. But we will get there. getting pretty hungry.